Off-duty Garland police officers had been hired to work at a church where a change in leadership triggered the emotions of some members. The officers found themselves in the middle of not only a church disagreement, but cultural challenges, and worship at the Dallas Ethiopian Church quickly and sadly disintegrated. Sunday, May 2nd, during services at the Dallas Ethiopian Orthodox Church in Garland, morning announcements interrupted when a congregant, Yeshi Serihun, asked a question about church business.
And I asked that question. It was a simple question. For all they had to do was answer, and they told me this is not the right time. And we'll answer it. But I said, okay, answer me now. They didn't want to answer it.
The question in part about the presence of so many police officers and why there were changes in how they worship. Others in the congregation began shouting in their native tongue for answers.
And that's when one of the other board members marched in with 3 or 4 officers following him.
This video taken by someone in the church shows the officers coming down the center aisle following a man in a suit. And hysteria breaks out. Sophia Zerihun says the board member asked officers to remove her from the church, though it was her sister Yeshi who asked the question. And Sophia says when she in turn questioned the officer, he
began to drag me out of my seat. And I kept telling him, you don't need to do this. I am doing what you're telling me to do.
Sophia Zerihun was removed by the off-duty officers. These pictures show bruises on her arms, she says, from where the officers pulled her out of the church.
At this point, Sophie's been taken out, and these officers block everybody else from leaving the building.
We viewed the video in the office of former Judge David Gibson, now in private practice, representing one group of churchgoers.
Wearing shoes in the sanctuary is sacrilege, and that's one reason he's filming the shoes.
Women and children surround the officers, wailing and weeping, not understanding what's happening with the police.
So we start just screaming and crying, all of us. All the people start screaming and crying. It was a really sad moment.
At one point, an officer shows his baton, but does not use it as he orders the women to step back.
And I'm begging, please, why are you leaving me here? I didn't do anything. Let me out.
Sophia Zerihun says she was handcuffed, placed in a squad car, and held for about 30 minutes. Released only after, she claims, police made her apologize to a church leader.
And I said, okay. I said, sorry. And that's when he told me to turn around. I turned around. He took as he was taking my handcuffs off, that's for the first time he asked me what my name was.
Don't know the details of the release, but from my understanding was the officers wanted to see what they had. Once they figured out what was going on, she was released and not charged with any offense.
The church's attorney, Steve Metzger, did not want to go on camera, but told us by phone, quote, an unruly, disruptive person was removed from the sanctuary by police officers. No one has the right to yell fire in a crowded theater.
I can't believe this is happening in America in the 21st century.
Attorney David Gibson disagrees.
I've been practicing law for 20 years. I've never seen anything like this.
Sophia Zerihun filed a complaint against the off-duty Garland police officers.
There's been an internal affairs complaint filed, and we're going to look at everything from beginning to finish to see if we did anything wrong, and we won't know that until this investigation is completed.
That internal affairs investigation by Garland Police just getting underway. Most churches hire off-duty officers to work security inside and outside their buildings. The question for Garland to decide, did the actions of its officers go too far in an off-duty capacity? Sean Rabb, Fox 4 News.